Welcome everyone to the second devlog of making a game in 12 weeks. I'm already on week 4 out of 12 and the progress has been backwards. This time my work on the game hasn't been straightforward and I feel like I lost quite some time exploring things that weren't the right fit for the project. So here's what those 2 weeks were about. Day 11 and 12 were used to make the previous devlog video. Day 13 and 14, I experimented with PCG to generate the city. It was interesting, but I quickly understood that I shouldn't use this for level design, but just for cosmetic details. On day 15, I made the map bigger because it felt cramped when I was designing the different biomes. And most importantly, I tried applying concepts that I learned from this video about spatial communication and level design. It's a very well made video about how to guide the player in a level with visual cues. So I started putting elements that would guide the player towards the goals and be obvious about what they need to do. I focused on level design and visual clarity for this one. Day 16 and 17 were all about building this obstacle path to reach the Sky Temple entrance. I spent quite some time doing this, and that's where I started doubting the direction I was giving to the game. When I was playtesting the path, I just found it long and boring even though I tried to make it challenging. Day 18 is where I reflected about this and concluded that it wasn't the right direction. This game was about world building and exploration, but those obstacle paths make the gameplay linear, which beats the purpose of having an open world. I tried too hard to insert gameplay and it felt out of place in my opinion. Also, all those rings look messy. And since I want to build an interesting world, I realized that I don't have that much time. So I decided to heavily scope down the world and make only one biome, which is the Sky Island. This way I can focus more on environment art and try to build something visually appealing. So Day 18 and 19 were focused on blocking out the Sky Temple, but I found myself confused and not sure how to tackle environment design. So I spent Day 20 gathering references and visual concepts. So that's where I am now. It's a pretty big step backwards, but I explored a few paths and decided to narrow down the game scope and concept. Hopefully it will help me make better progress. So now I will focus on environment design, where I will block out a world mostly comprised of floating islands and caverns, which you need to explore in order to find the needed artifacts. Fingers crossed, guys. Hopefully I'll build something worth exploring. We'll know in 2 weeks. See ya!